What's up everybody, welcome back to A Ball and a Goal. My name is Cornel, and in this video I'm gonna discuss the 4 teams that will represent France in the Champions League group stage, and also 2 more teams that made it all the way to the group stage from the first qualifying round and second qualifying round. Alright, so let's go to France first and look at Paris Saint-Germain. We can say that the draw hasn't been kind with them. They do have trips to Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and they play Manchester City and Atletico Madrid at home. I will say though, along with Real Madrid, is the second team who will play 3 out of the first 4 matches at home, which still is an advantage in my opinion. Girona, PSV Eindhoven and Atletico Madrid, and a trip to Arsenal in the second round. In terms of the Ligue 1 campaign, they started with 3 wins out of 3, 4-1 away at Le Havre, the newly promoted side. They trashed Montpellier at home 6-0, and a big win away at Lille 3-1. So tough schedule for Paris Saint-Germain. Let's take a look at their defense first. There's a lot of things to unpack here. First of all, Lucas Hernandez, the left back, probably he'll be back in December. And I think that's the reason why Nuno Mendes, Beraldo and Zag, each one of them started each of the first 3 games. I think Luis Enrique wanted to see exactly which one will be his preferred left back, even though I personally think Nuno Mendes definitely has got that position under his belt, probably because he was back late from the international campaign in the summer. Then centre back position, Kimpembe, the centre back, he is injured and there's no return date for him. Although Skriniar is on the bench and hasn't played yet 1 single minute in the league, which meant that Paco, I think he's 4.5 in the game, started and completed all the 3 games so far. He's partnered Marquinhos, of course, said centre back, and on the right back position, Hakimi definitely is going to be the one who's going to start all 3 games so far, completed 2. And then I added Zaire Emery in the defensive midfielder position, although some might argue that João Neves will play over there. 3 games started, 3 completed. When it comes to recoveries, Zaire Emery has the best number at 7.59, followed by Hakimi at 5.52. Also crosses, good numbers for Hakimi, 2.76. He will be on some corners. I expect already a goal and an assist for him in the league. 0.24 expected assist and 0.03 expected goals. The other one who's got a goal from this list is Zaire Emery with 0.17 expected goals. Let's look at the attack. Vitinha took a penalty, started all 3 games and completed all of them. João Neves, amazing start of the campaign, 4 assists with a 0.45 expected assists per 90. Barcola, I think he is the one that is being a little bit overlooked just because of the fixtures, but I think his form is being great, exceptional, I would say. 10 penalty touches per 90, 2.92 shots on target per 90, and 4 goals in the league so far at 1.24 expected goals per 90. Incredible numbers, and like I said, they are playing 3 out of the first 4 games at home. On the other side, Dembele looks like he found some form too. 1.75 shots on target with 9.41 penalty area touches, 2 assists in the league so far, 0.65 expected assists. He will be on some corners. and 1 goal at 0.47 expected goals. And then Asensio played, I think, the second and the third game as number 9, as a striker, with the Korean guy, Lee, I think, playing in that position the first game after Gonzalo Ramos got injured. So he was the one who started. Unfortunately, he got injured, so they use Asensio in that position. Good numbers for Asensio as well, at 1.85 shots on target per 90, 5 penalty touches area per 90, and a goal and an assist so far, 0.68 expected goals per 90. Another thing to mention, Kolo Muani hasn't started yet, but he played in all 3 games, so he came on as a substitute in all of 3. Fabian Ruiz as well, he hasn't started yet, but he came on as a substitute in 2 of the games. And also Kolo Muani on penalties when on the field. Vitinha took the one that he converted when Kolo Muani wasn't. And when it comes to Ramos, they said that he is expected to be back in November. So up until that point, it's anybody's guess. Asensio so far playing in the number 9 role, but I think Kolo Muani could easily start over there. If I had to pick somebody, I'll definitely go for Barcola. His numbers look really, really good. And like I said, there is an advantage in playing 3 games at home in the first 4. And from the back line, I think Paco is still a little bit of a risk just because of the Skriniar, even though he hasn't played yet. You never know. Hakimi, in my opinion, the best option from here. Good for recoveries, good for assists, and probably good for goals as well. Nuno Mendes, I think it's a good option in the left back position. Like I said, only started 1 game, but probably it's because of late return from the Euros. And Zaire Emery, I think, is a good budget option in the midfield, good for recoveries, and he'll get you an odd goal once in a while. The second team I will talk about is gonna be Brest, first time in the Champions League, and it was funny to watch because. One game before the end of the last season, they were tied with Lille for that third spot that offered direct qualification for the group stage of the Champions League. And they were playing at home, I think, Toulouse, and Lille played Nice. They were tied on points, and I think they were tied on a goal difference as well. And with a couple of minutes left to play, Lille was winning their game, and they were winning their game as well, but I think it was the same difference. And the coach was running up and down with the phone in his hand, pointing to the players that they have to score 1 more goal. They actually missed, like, I don't want to overreact, but at least 3 chances 4v2 at the end of the game. They were helped by Nice, which score a goal and equalize, and they finished third and went straight into the Champions League group stage. They had a bad start. They lost 5-1 at home with Marseille, followed by a 2-0 defeat away at Lens. Finally got the win, the first win of the season, 4-0 at home with Saint-Etienne. In terms of the Champions League, I think it's a perfect start at home with Sturm Graz, followed by a trip to Salzburg, then Leverkusen at home, Sparta Prague and Barcelona away, PSV Eindhoven at home, Shakhtar away, and Real Madrid at home. I think this fixture against Sturm Graz is one that, if you want to take advantage and you plan to play your wildcard maybe early, maybe game week 2 or 3, it's one to target. I definitely think that the Austrian side is one of the weakest teams in the competition. I don't think Brest is exceptionally good, but I think they'll get the job done in that first game. Let's look at their defensive options. Bizot will be the goalkeeper. Started all 3 games so far. Left back Amavi, a guy who used to play for Olympique Marseille, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of years ago. A pair of centre back of Le Cardinal and Chardonnay, and right back Kenny Lala, who I remember when he was playing for Strasbourg, he was one of the most attacking fullbacks in the league. And as you can see in the numbers, he still is 6.33 recoveries per 90, 4.0 crosses per 90. He's got already a goal, 0.29 expected goals and 0.17 expected assists. So like I said, if you want to target this fixture, you playing your wild card, let's say in game week 2 or 3, I think Kenny Lala is actually a very good option. And then Magneti in the defensive midfielder position, good for recoveries, 6.00. And like I said, Kenny Lala will be on penalties when Castillo is not on the pitch, which happened already one time this season in the league. Looking at their attacking option, Favre and Camara, left and right midfielders. Le Duaron, probably on the left wing. But the one that probably is their main man, Del Castillo, he's going to play on the right. 3 starts and 2 games completed so far in the league, 0.66 shots on target, 4.14 penalty area touches, an expected assist of 0.21, and already a goal in the league with a 0.66 expected goals. And the striker Ajorc, to be honest, I don't rate him that high. Just a goal in the league, 0.30 expected goals, 4.62 penalty area touches. Fabre and Sima can play that left wing position. That's why I had Le Duaron with yellow. And like I said, Castillo will be their main. He will be on penalties, he'll be on corners and free kicks. So once again, if you want to target the first game week, I think this is one of the best fixtures. And he is a good pick as long as you wildcard after that immediately. And Kenny Lala, definitely from the defense. Like I said, one of the most attacking fullbacks in the league from his playing days at Strasbourg as well. The third team from France, the one that went to the qualifying rounds, just because of the Nice equalizer in the last minute of the last match of the last season. Lille. Good start of the league, 2-0 away at Rennes, 2-0 at home with Angers, and they lost away at Paris Saint-Germain 3-1. Like I said, they played 2 qualifying rounds in the Champions League so far, and one in particular, that tie against Fenerbahce. Let's not forget Jose Mourinho being the coach over there, is really telling about their strength. 2-1 at home and followed by 1-1 away draw to get them through to the playoff round, in which they beat Slavia Prague 2-0 at home. They lost 2-1 away, but they qualify with a 3-2 aggregate score. In terms of the Champions League, pretty tough, I would say. Sporting away, Real Madrid at home, Atletico away, Juventus at home, Bologna away, Sturm Graz at home, Liverpool away, and Feyenoord at home. Yeah, definitely tough fixtures for Lille. The only games that I look at that probably gonna get something out of is Bologna away and Sturm Graz at home, the way that Bologna is playing at this moment. But other than that, it's pretty tough for them. Chevalier completed all his 7 starts so far, so he'll be between the sticks. I have here the games from the Champions League qualifying rounds and the Ligue 1. Gudmundsson, who's going to play a left back, left wing back kind of role. Ribeiro and Diakte as centre backs, and Thomas Meunier, he's back, right back or right wing back position. Santos can also play in the right back. It all depends if they're going to play a 3-5-2 or 4-3-3. and then Andre, the captain, I think, as a defensive midfielder. The best numbers for recoveries, Diakte at 8 and Ribeiro at 7.33. So the center backs look good. Crosses, Meunier at 3.08, no surprises there. He's very attacking, as we all know. He got a goal so far in the league, as well as Diakte, the center back, and Santos, the one who's playing right back position. And an assist for Diakte as well, the center back. So he's got a goal and an assist so far. But the numbers, they don't look too good, except for maybe Santos for expected goals, 0.19. Looking at their attack, and I'll say one thing about the French teams. This is just my personal opinion, and I'll leave Paris Saint-Germain out of this conversation because they are on a different level. They are by far the better team in France. But the other ones, I think defensively, they look okay. They could keep clean sheets. But going forward, I think they are very poor. They're lacking quality. And if you look at their forwards, their number 9, Jonathan David, big expectation couple of seasons ago, but didn't materialize. He's going to be playing in the number 9 role for Lille. Started 5 games so far. He's got 3 goals. 0.31 expected goals and 2 assists at 0.06 expected assists, 5.56 touches in the penalty area. But the one that actually stood out and played amazingly, especially in the qualifying rounds of the Champions League, was the one who's playing in the number 10 position, Zegrova. Yeah, he is amazing, scored a couple of goals from outside the box, 8 touches in the penalty area, much more than Jonathan David, who is actually the striker. And like I said, 4 goals so far in the this year campaign, at 0.11 expected goals, which tells you a lot about the goals that he scored, the expectancy of his shots being from outside the box, from distance. So he's one of those guys like, let's say, Barella, for example, who will score goals and they'll get you an extra point because they will be from outside the box. So he looked very good, at least in my personal opinion, watching some of the Lille games. And then Haraldsson has got 2 assists so far, and Cabela as well, a good player, playing in the midfield with 1 assist. If I had to pick somebody, it'll probably be Zegrova. Nice to watch, you know. And then in the defense, probably Thomas Meunier. But like I said, the fixtures are not good, even though, like I said, the French team will be able to keep some clean sheets. Defensively, they're looking good. It's just the Lille fixtures, they are pretty terrible, especially at the beginning. And then the last team I will talk about from France is going to be Monaco. Finished second last campaign. Good start of the new season. 1-0 win at home against Saint Etienne. 2-0 win away at Olympique Lyon, and a 1-1 draw at home with Lens, which, by the way, they look very good. In terms of the Champions League, I think if you take out the first game, which is, by the way, at home against Barcelona, after that, Dinamo Zagreb away, Red Star at home, Bologna away, like I said, don't look too good in Serie A, Benfica at home, 4 games that I think you can look at some options, then Arsenal away, Aston Villa at home, and Inter away. So yeah, definitely I'll say a not so bad schedule for Monaco. They are not the greatest team, but still, Dinamo Zagreb away, Red Star at home, Bologna away, and Benfica at home look like a pretty good schedule for them. I look at their defense. Kohn, the goalkeeper, I think he's a good option. I think he's 4.5 in the game. Jacobs, the left back, good options as well. Salisu, I think he played for Southampton a couple of seasons ago. Thilo Kehrer, he used to play for West Ham. Salisu and Kerer, they will partner in the center of the defense. And then the one who had actually pretty good start of the season, looking really good, Vanderson, the right back. 6.36 recoveries per 90 and an assist so far at 0.27 expected assists. And Kamara, the defensive midfielder, I think is probably one of the best options in that position in the game. He is on corners, already has got a goal, 0.13 expected goals, 8.0 recoveries per 90 and 5.0 crosses per 90, pretty good numbers. They have people on the bench though, Otara at left back, Mavisa and Singo at center back, and Teze at right back. They can provide the cover, and Magasa at the defensive midfielder position. But I think pretty much this is going to be their back line with Jacob, Salisu, Kerer and Vanderson. And not so bad, pretty good players. And like I said, in my opinion, Kon is probably one of the best options at 4.5, given the fixtures that they have at the beginning as well. And then when we look at the attack, Zakaria, I think he was at Chelsea, who wasn't a couple of seasons ago. Already a goal for him. Ben Shagir, who's going to be on free kicks and corners, left winger, got a goal so far also. Minamino, the guy who used to play for Liverpool, he will play on the right wing. I'm a little bit confused what's going on over there. They got Al-Kliush, who also look really good. He can play in that position. Also, he can play as a number 10. 5.45 penalty touches area for Al-Kliush, and an assist so far in the league with 0.50 expected assists. Good numbers there. And up top, Balogun and Mbolo. I don't know exactly which one is going to start, or maybe they will play both of them. 9.0 penalty touches for Mbolo and 8.67 for Balogun. But like I said about the French team, they just don't have that quality in front of the goal. No goals and no assists so far in the league for either of them. Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near anybody from their midfield or attack, but I will probably, if I had to pick somebody, go with the goalkeeper or maybe even Vanderson in the right back position. Like I said, their opening fixtures, they look okay to me. Barcelona is still at home game, Dinamo Zagreb away, and Bologna, and the rest are in the middle again at home. So yeah, definitely you can consider somebody from Monaco, either the goalkeeper or defender. Sparta Prague, they came all the way from the second qualifying round. Yeah, they look good. Obviously, they didn't play yet extremely strong opposition like they will from next week. But nevertheless, 2-0 and 4-2 against Shamrock Rovers, 1-1, which is the only game they didn't win so far in the Champions League, at home with Steaua Bucharest, and then they won in Bucharest 3-2, and 2 wins, the same score, 2-0 against Malmo in the last playoff round. In the league, Chance Liga, as they call it in Czech Republic, doing really good. 2-1 victories all the way, except for one game they played at home against Slovakia. And bear in mind, some of the games came after they play in the Champions League, and this team, they don't have like a big squad, big depth, so they cannot rotate like the big boys, for example. In terms of the Champions League, good first fixtures at home against RB Salzburg, followed by a trip to Stuttgart and Manchester City, then back-to-back home games against Brest and Atletico Madrid, Feyenoord away, Inter at home, and Leverkusen away. In terms of the squad, Vindal will be the goalkeeper, started all the games in the league and in the Champions League so far. I think it's 4.5. Preciado, I really like him, looking really good in kind of the right wing back role. He only started 5 games. That's because I think he came. He was transferred in late in the summer. Sorensen, Panak, and Vitic, in my opinion, is going to be the 3 center backs. They are playing sort of 3-5-2 formation. Rines will be on the left wing with Laci and Kairinen in the middle of the park. Haraldslin looking good on the left. Birmancevic very good on the right wing, and probably the striker will be Rahmani, who I put here as an option, but I think he will be the main man up top. Birmancevic is going to be on penalties, though an interesting thing happened in one of the games. He missed a penalty, and then Haraldslin took it. Took the penalty. There was a word that after that, even though Birmancevic was still on the field. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but he's got 6 goals and 2 assists, Birmancevic, so far in this campaign. Haraldslin looking good as well, 5 goals and 2 assists. And from the back line, Rines, the left wing, 2 goals and 1 assist, and Sorensen, the center back, at 2 goals and 1 assist. As well, 2 goals for Vitic, the center back. And the ones that they are on the bench, they must start. I think definitely, like I said, Rahmani, in my opinion, he will be the number 9, 2 goals and 1 assist so far, but he only played like 3 or 4 games for them. Difficult to say. The first fixture, to be honest, looked good at home with RB Salzburg, especially from the attacking point of view. So if you want to go a little bit differential, you might want to try Haraldslin or Birmancevic. I'm not sure exactly how much they cost, but for that first game, they look okay. But other than that, I don't think they offer too much, except maybe for the goalkeeper. If you're really looking for somebody at 4.5 who probably will have to make a lot of saves, will probably be Vindal for me. And then the last team I will talk about in this video is going to be Slovan Bratislava. And like I said in my first video when I start previewing the teams, congratulations to them. They made it all the way from the first qualifying round. There was a preliminary round before that only involved 4 or 6 teams, and UEFA doesn't even call it qualifying round. So yeah, 4 qualifying rounds going all the way to mid-July. They started very early their campaign. They already played 8 games in the Champions League and another 5 in their domestic league, plus 1 in the cup. So yeah, they are ready, definitely ready, comparing with the other ones. They haven't lost in the Champions League. 4 draws all away and 4 wins all at home. They beat Struga, Celje, which I think is from Slovenia, Apoel from Cyprus, and Midtjylland from Denmark. I will say, because I watched bits of that game, they don't look too good, but there's one player that I'm going to show you when I'm going to go through the team. Actually, they had an amazing game, and I think he's the reason why they made it to the group stage. Tosic, I think he plays in a number 10 role, had an amazing game, scored 2 amazing goals, and basically with his individual brilliance took them into the group stages. In terms of the Champions League schedule, you look at it more like who you're gonna pick players from when they play against those teams. Celtic away is gonna be hard under the lights at Hampden Park. Manchester City at home, Girona away, Dinamo Zagreb at home. Like for example, if you wanna do a limitless, let's call it free hit basically, in the 4th round. It looks okay, that home game against Dinamo Zagreb, Milan at home, Atletico away, Stuttgart at home, and Bayern München away. Like I said, Over there, Tolic, 3 goals and 5 assists so far in this campaign. Very good player, great technique. Like I said, if you watch that highlights against Midland, he is the one who basically put them through over the line. Takak, I think, is going to be the goalkeeper. Wimmer on the left back, Kasia and Bajic center backs, and Blackman on the right in the right back position. Already 2 assists so far this campaign. Shoce or Savidis in the defensive midfielder role. Kuka and Tolic in the middle of the park. Vladimir Weiss Jr. playing on the left wing, 1 goal and 3 assists so far. And Basherjan, who is going to be on penalties, looking good, probably their most informed player, 6 goals and 2 assists. And then Strelek up top, just 5 goals so far in 13 games. Pretty tough to pick. They don't look too good, like I said. The schedule is pretty tough. Probably if you want a goalkeeper who will, again, like in Sparta Praga case, will be needed, will have to make a lot of saves. Takak is the option. Tolic, a brilliant player, looking good. I think it's 5.5. The way I'm mentioning this player is because at one point you will have to use the free hit, and these players might be big differentials depending on when you want to use it and what the games are going to be on the schedule. But I think definitely no matter what round you're going to use it, you have to look at every fixture and every player, and that's why I think it's really important to go through all the teams and be aware of everybody who, you know, can potentially bring you some extra points and really make that free hit a success or limitless. So Tolic definitely looking good. Basherjan, I think, very good on penalties. 6 goals, 2 assists so far in this campaign. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I wish everybody a wonderful day. Until next time, bye bye.